Hello everybody, today I'm going to do a nearly live for you all because this is a little bit complicated and it really does mean you can't actually cook it live because it's going in the oven. So what I'm doing today is a great fakeaway, and I'm going to make a KFC, and I'm going to make it with all of the trimmings, but I am going to use this Spicentice pack, which is Southern Style Chicken, and that is the spice pack there that was attached to the back. All of the cooking ingredients, as always, are on the back, and all the cooking instructions are all here as well. So that is what I'm going to cook today, and that is what we're having for tea tonight. I'm doing skinny fries, I'm doing southern fried gravy, and I'm doing the works, but I'm going to cheat all the way through it, but it'll be absolutely fab. So let me show you where we've got to so far. Okay, so here I have 2 chicken breasts, which I've just cut into sort of long strips, long goujons if you like. So that is the way I've decided to do it. You can do it in cubes and do pop chicken if you like. Again, it doesn't really matter, it's whichever way you would want to do it. And then I have some Panko Breadcrumbs, which I got from Asda, so that's what it looks like. They are 4.5 sins per 100 grams, and I have also just beaten an egg. Now, because if you want to keep this sin free, instead of Panko breadcrumbs, you could use just, you know, your healthy extra bean, use bread. I've already used my bread, so I'm just using Panko breadcrumbs. So what I'll do is swap this over, and I will show you what I'm going to do. So I've got my egg, got my breadcrumbs, I've got my spice packet. Now this actually serves 4, but what because it's only Graham and I for tea tonight, I'm actually only going to use half this packet and then keep the other half for another time. Yeah, that smells absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to put this into the breadcrumbs, as I say, about half the packet. A little bit more, that's it, that'll do. Just give it a good scroosh around. And the trick when sort of, you know, doing breaded chicken is make sure you always keep one hand clean. And that has always been my downfall, by the way, because I am the messiest cook you have ever seen. There's times Graham comes in the kitchen and he's just like, oh my god, yeah. So goujon in, and into the egg, make sure it's well coated, make sure all your breadcrumbs are mixed correctly, and then just basically it's going to be as simple. Keep that hand away, Jules, and just really make sure it's covered with some breadcrumbs. Now, as always, I am going to use this pan pyramid, which I buy from eBay or Amazon. And what this pan pyramid is going to do is it's going to allow the hot air to flow under the chicken and cook it from both sides without really turning it. So I'm going to coat all of my chicken, so I'm going to get on with that. And then what I'll do is I'll come back to you once I get a little bit further down the stage. So all I'm going to do at the moment is just coat bread all of this chicken, and then I'll come back to you with all the other stages. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so there you go. There's all my chicken breaded. It is now going in the oven until it's cooked. I don't know, that's probably going to take in my oven maybe about half an hour or so, maybe it's a little bit longer. And I've also got a very full tray of skinny chips as well. I think Graham's gone a bit overboard, but never mind. And what I've done with the chips is just, I haven't parboiled these at all, these are just going in raw. I've just sprayed them with this Tesco rapeseed oil, which is 5 squirts for half a sin. I don't use Frylight, this is what I use. And what I've done is just put over the top some of this Nando's peri peri salt, just to give them a little bit of flavour, and you can use whatever you want, but that's what I'm doing today. And as I say, I think we've gone up chip overload, but never mind. So this lot is going in the oven, and then what I'm going to make is, if I can find the label for you, I did have it here. I'm going to make this Southern Style gravy mix to go with it. So we're going to have gravy and beans and coleslaw and all of the things that you would normally have with a KFC. And if you've got kids, this is a great weekend fakeaway. You know, if you're looking to save sins or watching your weight or anything like that. And the spice pack is sin-free, so even better. Right, I will put these in the oven, and once they're cooked, I'll come back to you. I will show you how I make this, and I'll talk you through that, because it sounds super easy. I've never made it before, but I'll talk you through how I do that as well, and then I'll show you once we're all plated up. Bye. Hi everybody. Okay, the KFC chicken is cooked. It smells absolutely amazing, I can tell you right now. It's just, honestly, it's to die for, the smell. Just hope it tastes as good. Now what I'm going to do now is come back to the gravy part of it, which is the Southern Style gravy. Now this is the Mayflower one, so if you've used Mayflower curry, this is the gravy that goes with it. You get this from B&M or Home Bargains and places like that. It's £1 a box, and I've not used this before, so you know, bear with me. This is 3.5 sins for 100 grams. Okay, and what it asks for is 50 grams of powder, so that's your powder, and 270 millilitres of water. I think it is. Yeah, 270 ml of water. And what you do is you whisk this into here and then you cook it. So we're going to go through this bit. As I said, never made this one. So in there is cold water, and in is going to go my mix. I'm not really sure why you have to mix it into this. I would have thought you could have just chucked it in the pan, to be quite honest. But what you've got to then do is pop it on the hob, bring it to the boil, and then simmer it for 2 minutes. And obviously that's how you're going to get it thick. So, I mean, it smells nice, but let's just, I think I'd have just done this straight away in the pan. So what I'm going to do is just bring you around with me. And I'm going to tip this into the pan. Make sure I get the rest of that out of there in a minute. Get the hob on, get this brought to the boil, and basically I'm just going to let this thicken up, and we'll see where we go from there. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it to the boil, simmer it to get it thick. And then I think once we've done that, we're going to be about ready to plate up. So once I plate up, I'll come back to you and I will show you the finished products. Hi everybody, right, we have now finished, so I'm going to just try and turn this around and go through it with you. If you can see, no you can't see that, there you go. So I have the KFC, some skinny fries. The gravy came together really thick and really quick, so I'll taste that, let you know. Just some coleslaw, corn on the cobs, and some beans. And basically, that is it. That is going to be our KFC bucket, or whatever you want to call it. So I'll come back and let you know what I think of it once we've had it for tea, and I'll give you my honest opinion of it. Bye. Okay, so final verdict. The spice kit was absolutely amazing. Honestly, you really do need to try this. I highly recommend it, especially for kids. They will absolutely love it. The one thing I wasn't so keen on, and I'll show you this, is this gravy. Can you see how it's turned into this gloopy kind of mess? I think that needs more water. Actually, I think it needs less powder. So when I make it again, what I'm going to do is half the amount of powder and keep the same amount of water and just see how that turns out. But the overall meal itself was absolutely amazing. Make a great weekend fakeaway, and as I say, that is just, can't rate it enough. Definitely 10 out of 10 from me and from Graham, so get your mitts on it while you can.